going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Monday, January 6th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love. Head to Pickdawgz.com, click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. We smashed the books yesterday with our College Hoops Play of the Day, the $15 play, winning in back-to-back days by a combined 95 points. And now we're going to run it back for a third day in a row, try to make you some money there. We're going to have an NBA play on the board as well. It's mostly college hoops today. I might throw in an NHL play. If I do, you're probably going to get it here on the Wraparound, so it may just be for long-term subscribers. So, that's just sort of my thank you for tuning in, just giving you guys that notice. But, we had a great day with the Wraparound yesterday. Managed to catch, some nice plus money winners, or at least a couple plus 1.5s as well. The Ducks came through against the Lightning. The Penguins almost had it against the Carolina Hurricanes. Unfortunately, Leafs didn't come through in regulation. Neither did the Bruins, but it's fine. We'll take some winners on that, and we'll move on to today. We only got 4 games on the card, but there's some decent matchups here and some decent value spots I find. So, without further ado, you guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game takes us to the Amalie Arena, where the Tampa Bay Lightning take on the Carolina Hurricanes. And don't get me wrong, the Tampa Bay Lightning aren't playing well right now. They're on a bit of a mini losing streak. They're coming back home, which is going to be key for them after they really struggled out on the West Coast. But I think getting back home is going to sort of, get this team right. They've lost 4 straight, and losses to Montreal, San Jose, and Anaheim, just not ones that you want to take if you're the Tampa Bay Lightning to begin with. But at least now, like I said, you get back home, you take on a Carolina Hurricanes team that is still a sub 500 team on the road. They're 9-9-2 on the road this season, and Carolina, they've been inconsistent. They've alternated wins and losses in each of their last 6 games. If you're big on believing in patterns and stuff like that, well, that would mean that they're probably set up for a loss here. But the Lightning have won 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams. I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Lightning at home in this one at -105. Now we head to Madison Square Garden, where the New York Rangers take on the Dallas Stars. And just every time I'm ready to give the New York Rangers the benefit of the doubt, they fall flat. Now, don't get me wrong. They did get the win over the Chicago Blackhawks last time out, and that's all well and good. But reality is, this is still a Rangers team that's lost 7 of their last 10 games. They've lost even more before that. And now they're taking on a Dallas Stars team that's hot right now. They're coming off of sweeping their recent homestand. And I just think that the Dallas Stars are the better team in far better form right now. So, not a game I'm rushing to bet necessarily, but I'll lean towards the Stars on the money line here at -165. Now we head to Little Caesars Arena, where the Detroit Red Wings take on the Ottawa Senators. And right now, the Detroit Red Wings are playing some solid hockey. They've won 4 straight games, taken out some decent teams along the way, like the Washington Capitals and the Winnipeg Jets on the road. Now they return back home, where they've been a slightly better team this season. The Ottawa Senators, they have won 4 in a row against Detroit, 6 of 7 and 8 of 10. But the thing for me here is that, the 2-1 win that happened back on December 5th, a couple things to take away from that. A, that game was in Ottawa, where the Senators have played their much better hockey this season. And B, the Senators right now are struggling. They've lost back-to-back games in 4 of 5. This is the final game of a 9-game road trip. I think the Sens are just weary right now. They just want to get home. They've scored 2 goals or less in all 4 of those losses. Like I said, we're talking about an Ottawa team that hasn't had a home game since December 14th. So I think they just want to get home, get this road trip over with. I think the Detroit Red Wings have some value here. I'm going to take the Detroit Red Wings on the money line at even money. Now we head to the TD Garden, where the Boston Bruins take on the Edmonton Oilers. And I'm trying to find a way to get there with the Boston Bruins, but it's not working. This is a Boston Bruins team that just keeps finding ways to lose, new and creative ways to lose. They've lost 4 straight, 5 of 6. The Edmonton Oilers come in on a 3-game win streak. Yeah, the bulk of those came at home, but they're coming off a win in Seattle last time out. They're 10-5-2 on the road, which is a better win percentage than they have at home this season. And, I just think that the Edmonton Oilers can get the job done in this game. It's not a ridiculous price with the Edmonton Oilers. I think it's actually gone down, or starting to go down at least. So I'm going to take the Edmonton Oilers on the money line at -150. Now we head to this matchup from the PPG Paints Arena, where the Pittsburgh Penguins take on the Columbus Blue Jackets. And if this game was in Columbus, I'd have a much easier time being convinced to take the Columbus Blue Jackets. The problem is, can't back them on the road where they are 4-12-3 this season. 4 wins in 19 road games. And on the road this season, they're only scoring 2.58 goals per game. But the Penguins' defense mitigates that. They're allowing 3.65 goals per game at home this season. So I do think Columbus can find their way onto the score sheet. On the flip side, the defense for the Blue Jackets giving up 4 goals per game at home this season. Head-to-head between these two teams, 4 of the last 5 meetings have gone over the total, where we've seen at least 7 goals. I think we're headed for some goals here. Not one I'm rushing to bet, but I'll lean towards the over 6.5 in this one. Now we head to the Wells Fargo Arena, where the Philadelphia Flyers take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. And sometimes you can, back a team to salvage a split when they get back home in the second half of a home and home. But I'm not doing that here. I'm going to take the Toronto Maple Leafs in this one. The Leafs are just playing the far better hockey right now. Winners of 4 straight and 5 of 6. The defense has stepped up for the most part. They've allowed 2 goals or less in 3 of the 4 games during this win streak. The Flyers, they just continue to be inconsistent, and they've lost 7 of their last 10 games. I know it's tempting to take Philadelphia here, but I would need a lot more money to consider to fade the Leafs in this one. So give me the Leafs at minus 135. Now we head to the XL Energy Center, where the Minnesota Wild take on the St. Louis Blues. Another game where I just would like to get on some plus money with the St. Louis Blues, but they are just far too inconsistent for me to feel comfortable about backing in this spot. The Minnesota Wild have caught fire once again. Winners of 3 straight, 5 of 6, and they look at some of the teams they beat. They beat Dallas, Carolina, and Washington all on the road. Now they go back home where the record isn't as good, but it's still 10-8-1 on the year at home. The Blues, they have a losing record on the road, and right now they win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 1. So I'm just going to stick with what I feel is a more consistent team, the team in better form. And at home, that's the Minnesota Wild at minus 150. Now we head to this matchup between the Winnipeg Jets and the Nashville Predators. And maybe, just maybe, the Nashville Predators are starting to turn the corner. They've won back-to-back road games. They've now got 5 road wins in their 22 road games this season. That's why I'm not backing them just yet. I know the Winnipeg Jets are heading in a different direction right now. They've lost 3 games in a row. They lost to Detroit and Anaheim at home. But this is still one of the best teams in the NHL. They're 14-4-2 at home this season. Just really hard to get off of the Winnipeg Jets. I still do not believe in the Nashville Predators. Give me the Jets on the money line at minus 150. Now we head to the Honda Center, where the Anaheim Ducks take on the Calgary Flames. And historically, this has been a matchup owned, at least in recent years, by the Calgary Flames, as they've just been the better team. And the Anaheim Ducks, it's been, I don't want to say a laughing stock, but they've been one of the lesser teams in the NHL for quite a bit. Head-to-head, when you look between these two teams, it's usually just been dominated, by the home team. 61-30 is the home team in the last 91 meetings between these two teams. Now, the Flames started to turn that around with 8 wins in the last 10, but they are still just 9-32 in their last 41 trips to Anaheim. Not numbers that you want to get behind, even though it's over a long sample size and the teams have changed over a lot since then. But I still think the Anaheim Ducks have some value here. The Anaheim Ducks are playing some decent hockey right now. When you just look at what they've done in recent games, we just talked about the win over the Winnipeg Jets that they had. The Anaheim Ducks have also picked up wins as of late over the Tampa Bay Lightning, the New Jersey Devils, the Edmonton Oilers, and the Calgary Flames are still 5-8-4 on the road this season. So I'm going to take a shot here with the Anaheim Ducks at plus 115. Our final game takes us to the SAP Center, where the San Jose Sharks take on the Vegas Golden Knights. And again, a matchup where I'd like to get on board with the underdog here, but I got to go with Vegas on the puck line in this one. The thing about the San Jose Sharks, the Sharks are playing well. They've managed to win back-to-back games over New Jersey and Tampa Bay. But the one thread that the Devils and the Lightning have in common, and it doesn't apply to Vegas here, is the fact that both the Devils and the Lightning had been struggling going into that game. The Vegas Golden Knights, they've won 8 of their last 10 games, including a 6-3 win over the Sharks in this same building just after the Christmas break. For me, there's just no stepping away from the Vegas Golden Knights with how dominant they have been. I'm going with the Vegas Golden Knights on the puck line in this one to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon.